They say going ghost is the best way to level up. I can tell you one thing, going ghost might be a great way to level up, right? But it's not gonna build you confidence. You're not gonna become the man you're supposed to be when you look into the mirror when you go ghost. And I'm gonna tell you the main three reasons why going ghost will actually make you boost your confidence and actually make you feel like you are becoming the man you're supposed to be. And truth be told, right, I actually got inspired by the going ghost because I met my friend yesterday, which I've not met him in like 8 months, right? And he told me that he went ghost and he felt like he felt so much more pressure and depressed because he went ghost. And I'm gonna explain to you why he felt that way as well. But anyway, let's get straight into the video. So yeah, these are gonna be your main 3 points on why you don't need to go ghost to level up, right? That's a fucking myth. We're in 2026, we're not in 2020 anymore, right? Things are moving quick in the world. That means you need to be moving quick too. Money is moving quick. People are jumping on social media and blowing up quite quickly nowadays, especially with all the information that you have on the internet nowadays. So going ghost is no longer a thing, right? So don't go ghost, and I'll tell you exactly why, right? Isolation. So point number one, isolation creates overthinking. My friend, he went ghost, right, for about 8 months. He said the only thing that he did was every time he was at home, he wasn't speaking to his family and friends. He wasn't speaking to anyone from work as much, right? Because again, he was actually working from home, right? But he thought going ghost was going to actually make him level up so much more faster. And because he was so isolated, anytime he actually wanted to execute onto something, he slowly became an overthinker. So he used to procrastinate on everything that he truly wanted to do. Because he never used to communicate with anybody, it actually made him have more anxiety. It made him feel like he was depressed, right? So people think going ghost is a great idea to isolate yourself from the whole world, right? And just cancel the whole world out. No, it doesn't work that way. If you want to be a confident man and you want to start to actually develop the character and the person that you want to become, the person that you want to become is someone that every time you look into the mirror, you are actually proud of the person that you're becoming. And do you think by isolating yourself from the whole world is going to make you feel that way? Of course not, right? Once you start to level up, you start going to the gym. You start taking your nutrition on point. You start reading books, right? You start learning information, right? You don't need to go ghost to do that shit. You can still have a social life. You can still go out with your friends and actually speak about things that are going to develop your character. You can go socialize with people that are similar to you, which is going to be my third point, which I'll get onto later on. But my point is, isolation creates overthinking. And that's why you shouldn't go ghost, right? Because you're going to be stuck in your own mind. And nowadays, if you don't know, right, there's so many people in the world that are so depressed. And the only reason why they're so depressed is because they've literally isolated themselves at home. The percentage of men that are stuck at home, that don't even speak to women, that can't even get women, that can't even have the balls or the confidence to start their own business, or doesn't have courage to put themselves out there to go try something, that all comes down to one thing: isolation, right? So yeah, you don't need to go ghost. I promise you. If you go ghost and you start to isolate yourself, that shit does not work in this day and age. So yeah, that's number one. Isolation creates overthinking. Let's get into number two. Experience beats theory. This is the second point, right? Going ghost, you're not going to get no experience. I can tell you one thing, right? You need to be in the world, right? You need to be going out, building new relationships, putting yourself out there to actually be exposed to the right people, right? Building your confidence by speaking to many people, making connections. If you have no experience and you just have your whole thing based on a theory, you will never get anywhere. I'll give you another great example. If you're at home just reading about fitness all the time, just consuming how to get in shape all the time, truth is, you're doing all the theory work, But because you're not executing, right, it makes no difference. You are never going to see results. You need to have experiences. Experience beats theory all the time. You don't need to have the perfect workout plan. You don't need to have the perfect business plan. You don't need to have anything perfect. What you need to do is execute. And when I spoke to my friend yesterday, he goes to me, yeah, man, I've been trying to like work on my confidence. I've been trying to feel like, like every time I used to look into the mirror, I'm trying to say all these affirmations like I'm worthy, I'm confident, I'm good looking, right? And then I truly asked him, I said, okay, you're doing all these affirmations in the mirror, right? Has your confidence grew? And then he started to stutter, but it was like yeah, it's grown, but it's not grown to the level that he thought it would be. And this is what I'm trying to say to you. If he wanted to truly build confidence, right, he needs to put himself out there. He needs to stay consistent in the gym, not just reading about it, right? He needs to focus on staying consistent with the promises he makes to himself. Reading about it ain't gonna do shit. Taking action will start getting results. If he stays consistent in the gym, that means he can stay consistent in starting a business. More than likely, he can stay consistent in eating more healthier foods, right? So you want to take action immediately, right? Again, experiences beats theory. He can read about it. He can say all the affirmations he wants in the mirror. But if he's not taking no action, if he's not executing, he's not going to actually build the confidence. He's actually not going to be the person that he wants to be, right? If you want to build more confidence with women, you reading about it, consuming all this information, that's not going to do shit. Yeah, you might learn something, but you will learn way more faster instead of going ghost by putting yourself in the deep end and go approaching women. Put yourself in a position to speak to women, right? Learning female nature. You can only learn by execution. You will learn 10 times more in execution, right? I'm not saying learning is bad. Everyone should be learning. You're learning right now, right? But my point is, when you learn something, you want to go experience that ASAP. You want to execute on the thing that you've learned today ASAP, right? So if you watch something about training in the gym, certain exercises are better for whatever reason. You want to go the next day into the gym or even on that same day and start actually executing that exercise. Execution is a must, right? And I'm telling you the truth, you don't need to go ghost. Going ghost, it's not going to do anything for you, right? You're not going to level up and become the man that you're supposed to be by going ghost, right? Because you're not going to build that true confidence. So now, obviously, my mate yesterday, he was saying to me, like, he doesn't regret going ghost, but he feels like his return on investment by going ghost, it wasn't enough, right? So execution will always beat theory. So yeah, that's number 2. Right, let's jump on to number 3. Your network shapes your growth. Point number 3, your network shapes your growth. Let's get into this as well, right? Ask yourself this one thing. If there was, say, 5 individuals that had the same mindset, just like you, and you guys were always communicating maybe through a group chat, coming up with ideas, coming up with experiences and trying things out, you will learn a lot more faster in a group than you will alone. If you surround yourself with people with like-minded people, you will actually elevate yourself way more faster, right, than you doing it alone. And I'll give you another great example. If you go to the gym now and you're training hard, right, you're training alone, yes, you will get results. I can guarantee you that if you actually have the consistency and patience to do it. But if you train with like-minded people that go to the gym on a consistent basis, that naturally fit your lifestyle, right? You push each other on the same sets. He's going to be able to help you on the times where you're about to fail on a set, but he's going to help you, guide you and push you through your sets, right? You will grow much faster by training with someone that's at the same level, because you'll be able to learn faster and you'll be able to execute things faster, and you will naturally be able to just outgrow everyone a lot more faster. That's why a business is run with a lot of employees and staff, right? It can accelerate the growth way more beyond than having a business just with 2 people. If you can surround yourself with like-minded people that are on the same type of mission, whether they're on 2 separate career paths, but in terms of your lifestyle, like you both like to train, right? You both like to go on a run or hikes, or you both like to events with like networking and meeting people and trying to learn about business. Whatever you guys tend to do, I can promise you, you will level up faster, more as a man, than you will try to isolate yourself. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying isolation is actually bad. If you need to learn to be comfortable within your own skin, right, and learn to enjoy your own company, which I believe everyone needs to have, right? Because there's times where you might need to isolate yourself when you're working on a business, because maybe you're not around like-minded people yet, right? But it doesn't mean that you need to go ghost. It doesn't mean that you need to put yourself in this little prison box, right? And you feel like, okay, I'm just gonna stay in this dark little room until I make this some money, until I get in shape. No, it doesn't work like that, man. You wanna be a well-rounded human being. You wanna have your life put together, right? Especially as a man, you wanna focus on your mission. You wanna focus on your physique. You wanna focus on how you dress, the way you talk, the way you walk, right? And the only way that you can be a confident, high-valued individual is if you actually put yourself out there into the world and you start to actually experience life, right? I mean, experiences can be anything. It can even be with women, right? It's not always about, grind mode. No, learn female nature, right? Learn how women work, right? Learn about your business, learn about your mindset, learn about psychology. And to be fair with you, you know what? I'm gonna be going through all of that in the channel anyway. So we're gonna get like literally in detail in terms of actually trying to level up as a man, because this is what we want to do, man. We want to actually have high individuals. We want to become the best version of ourselves. We want to raise our standards, right? We want to fall to the level of our standards. If we have higher standards for ourselves, we're naturally going to be more confident. We're naturally going to make more money. We're naturally going to attract the women that we want, right? Very simple, right? But anyway, I'm going to go back to my friend now, because when my friend came to me yesterday, right, and we spoke, right, he was telling me like, going ghost for him, yeah, he was able to level up a little bit, but because he felt so isolated, he became an overthinker. He actually built more anxiety when he wanted to speak to his family members that he's not spoke to in God knows how long. He wasn't confident. He was hesitant because he isolated himself so much from the external world, right, that he was low-key going towards a darker place. So if you want to truly level up as a man, right, I can promise you one thing: you don't need to go ghost. What you need to do is focus on structuring your lifestyle in order to level up as a high individual, right? To build your confidence, to build your physique, to build your network, to find like-minded people, to find your tribe where you can actually start to level up as a man. You get me? And because when you start to exchange your ideas with other individuals that are like-minded, I can promise you one thing: you're going to end up finding something, an idea that's going to be amazing, and then you go execute on that, right? And you will be able to literally, whether that's career, whether that's building more confidence, whether that's you speaking to women, whatever the case is, my point is when you find like-minded people just like you, right, you can go and do anything. You can go accomplish anything. So yeah, if you want to truly level up as a man, as an individual, right, don't go ghost. Start to learn that experiences are more important. Go experience life. Enjoy life, right? Have stories to tell. The more experiences you have, the more you're going to actually learn what you truly want from your life. How you actually want to live your lifestyle. Create structure around your lifestyle. You can have both. You can have women, you can have money, and you can actually enjoy your life all at the same time. It doesn't mean that you have to go ghost. Trust me, get that shit out of your head. That being said, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, because I've got a lot more content like this coming out as well. But yeah, I see you guys in the next one.